there. There's a reason we bring a communication specialist with us. Okay, now you guys can hear me, right? Great, thank you. Welcome, graduates, family, friends, faculty, and staff, to the University of Washington, Tacoma's 2026 Master of Science in Accounting hooding ceremony. My name is Daniel Bryan, and I'm the faculty lead for the MS Accounting program. Before we begin, I would like to give special thanks to Dean Merchant, Associate Dean Chow, Dr. Tripathi, Jasmine Mago, sorry. I want to say Magoo, but I know that's not right. Mago, Jasmine Mago, Clifton Hummel-Young, and Brian Mayna. Right? They are very supportive of our program. Right? I also like to thank the MS Accounting faculty for their support. During your time here, you've worked incredibly hard and learned new skills. Right? You built lifelong friendships. You endured and conquered many things. Right? You had those challenges. You conquered those challenges to reach this milestone. You have proven everyone, and most importantly to yourselves, that you can get it done. Right? As you leave here to take on your next challenges of life, I know you will be successful. Right? As you transition deeper into your accounting careers, I would like to pass along 4 quotes that have served as my compass in my career. First, do or do not. There is no try. Now, I think a lot of you recognize that quote, right? That's from Yoda from, Star Wars Episode 5. Right? So if you think about this quote, really, if you throw the word try in there, you leave a back door open for failure. Right? So you're going to set a mindset that you're going to get things done. Right? You're going to commit fully and give your absolute best effort to complete the job. Right? Number 2, water under the bridge. Now this is a saying that a lot of different cultures have. In Japanese, it's mizu ni nagasu, flows with the water. In German, it's Schnee von gestern, which is yesterday's snow. Somebody was telling me in their culture is like covering up with dirt, right? So a lot of us have this saying, right? In your career, you are going to run into situations, right? You're going to have a lot of opportunities, and during these opportunities, you're going to have situations where maybe you don't meet those opportunities. You maybe have a conflict with the person, right? You may even fail. Even though we say failure is not an option, you might fail, right? So really what you want to do is you want to learn from these opportunities, right? And then you want to forgive, and move on. Right? As accountants, we can kind of think of these as sunk cost, right? They basically have no future value for us. Right? Number 2. Or sorry, that was number 2. Number 3, I got to turn my thing over. I have a cheat sheet here just in case, if you didn't know. Wisdom is learned. Right? A few weeks ago, I was having a discussion with a student, and they said, "Oh, you're so smart." Right? I really appreciate that compliment. But it's not that I'm smart. I just have wisdom that I've gained over 4 decades of working, studying, and teaching accounting. Right? In your careers, as you move forward, you're going to be given a lot of opportunities to learn. Right? So take these opportunities, new career paths, advancements. Right? So take those opportunities, learn from them. Study new technologies on your own. Right? Because you are going to be a student for life. Right? So you're going to be that student for life, and then over those years, you will build the true wisdom. Number 4, no man has good enough memory to be a successful liar. Right? This is a quote by Abraham Lincoln, who was really known for his honesty and integrity. Right? I was brought up that way. My parents had a similar quote. Right? Theirs is, "Don't lie, it'll always come back and hurt you." Right? Ethics is really the bedrock of accounting. right? So ethics is very important to us in our careers, right? If you think about it, clients, managers, investors, they rely on the information we provide them, right? So we got to make sure that we have integrity, honesty, as we do our career and provide that information, right? Okay, those are my 4 main ideas for you guys. Now, as you step into this next chapter of your lives, I challenge each of you to maintain great harmony in your lives, right? You want that balance in your lives. And I chose the word great harmony because that is the little Japanese translation, or sorry, the English translation of my son's name. Right? His name is Yamato, and it's basically, if you look at it, it's big harmony as the translation. Right? Accounting is incredibly rewarding and enjoyable. Right? You can get sucked into it though, right? But it can completely consume you if you let it. And I think some of us have been there. I've been, to be honest with you, this is probably the poorest thing I've done in my life, is have that balance. Right? That's one I'm still working on and still struggling at my age. Right? Because I enjoy what I do, and it can just kind of suck me in there. Right? You got to be careful and protect those boundaries. Right? Always make room for your family, your loved ones, and yourself. Right? I think if you think about your personal life as equity on the balance sheet, you might be better well served, right? Because if you think about equity on the balance sheet, the bigger the positive value, the stronger the foundation of your life. Right? Now, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our next speaker. Right? I have known Dean Althoff-Mergent for over 15 years, I believe, somewhere around there. He's been a great colleague and a great dean during my time here. Before I let him take the stage, I want to let you guys know a little secret. Right? Before he got into his marketing career, Dean Mergent studied accounting. So he is truly one of us. Right? Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Dean Althoff-Mergent.
Good evening, everyone. It's so nice to see bright, happy faces of our students and their families. As I tell my faculty and staff all the time, this is the best day of the year for me, to go to these hooding ceremonies and the commencement ceremony. So welcome to our hooding ceremony. Congratulations to you on this happy and important occasion. My greetings to the families. You have supported the students, you've sacrificed for the students, you've given so much. So thank you for sharing them with us for the last year and supporting them in their journey. Students, you worked very hard. It's now time for you to take a bow and celebrate. This marks the end of one journey and the start of another. The good thing is that you are armed with the finest knowledge that's available in the country and even globally. I pride ourselves for the great curriculum we have in the MS Accounting program. In the last 7 years, we have done 4 refreshes, 4 refinements, 4 revisions to make sure it's contemporary, current, and really, really preparing you for the corporate careers that you're going to get. I'd like to thank the faculty and staff for all the work you do. It's not easy. It's not easy running a dynamic program. It's not easy to run any program, but when you're talking about a dynamic program, it's even harder. Our students already have jobs, so that's a great thing. I think I'm super proud to tell our chancellor and to tell the dean at the Foster School that, you know what, our MS Accounting students, we have 100% placement. So while students were with us, they've done a lot of things. VITA is one of our biggest contributions to our community. We filled up 290 returns and got back $500,000 in terms of tax refunds and tax, even sometimes paying the tax back, right? Our students served as mentors, tutors, accounting association leaders, so they were busy. And Our accounting program really reflects the essence of what describes the Milgard School of Business. We are all about innovation. And in the accounting program, as I said, we've innovated in the curriculum. We have an SAP lab, we have Vita, we have so much going on. But that's not just in accounting. If that same spirit is reflected in other aspects of our school as well. We have an AI lab. We have a trading room set up, the Bloomberg lab. We have programs on financial literacy. We have a student-managed investment fund. We have an entrepreneurship academy. We have new programs in supply chain management and world trade. We have a program in sports management, and I can go on and on. So we are continuously innovating and continuously making sure that we are connected to the business community. Now that you're graduating, I have a request for our students. Please connect with us. Come back as a speaker, as a professor, as an advisory board member, as a mentor to our students. The school needs your help to continue making our school a destination school. We are not just a UW campus in Tacoma. The Milgard School of Business has its own identity, and we need your help to keep it that way. I would like to close my address to you with a brief quote from one of my favorite US presidents. So my favorite president of all time is Teddy Roosevelt. I really like him. I like his spirit. I like what all he's done and his thinking and his values. And here is what I like about one of the quotes which I like about him. We must dare to be great. And we must realize that greatness is the fruit of toil and sacrifice and high courage. So I encourage you to work hard, which I know you will. I urge you to sacrifice, and I know life demands a lot of sacrifices from us. Family time, our hobbies. As you start working, you'll realize there'll be many sacrifices on your time. But most importantly, I urge you to be courageous. Be courageous. Aim for the stars. You may not get the stars, and that's okay. You'll get much more than what you would have aspired had you only aimed for the trees. With that, onward and forward, go Huskies.
Welcome, everybody. My name is Gary Veers, and I'm an associate teaching professor in accounting at the graduate and undergraduate level here, also the director of undergraduate programs. And it's so nice to see all the friends and family here and our graduates. But more importantly than being a faculty here, I'm also an alum from this school, and I was in the original Masters of Accountancy graduating class in 2013. And so I know the value of sitting in that seat and waiting to walk across the stage and the excitement that these students have and the pride that they carry in a good way for all of their hard work. And we do make them work hard, right? Can we get a, yeah they're like, oh, we're not. Yeah, so they've earned this moment, and so we're happy to be here. But it's my pleasure at this point, before we get to handing out those hoods, to introduce our keynote speaker. And we are very, very blessed today to have Kelly Nelson with us. She's the chair of the Washington Society of CPAs and a passionate advocate for the future of the accounting profession, focused on expanding access, removing barriers, and empowering the next generation of leaders. A proud University of Washington alum and first-generation college graduate, Kelly understands firsthand the power of opportunity and the doors that education can open. She's a tax principal in Baker Tilly's private wealth practice, part of one of the nation's top 6 CPA firms, where she advises some of the most prominent ultra-high net worth individuals and families on navigating complexity, preserving legacies, and sustaining wealth across generations. Kelly previously served as managing principal of the Seattle market and as the regional industry leader for private wealth in the Pacific Northwest. A 2x Forbes Best in State CPA in 2025 and 2026, Kelly brings more than 25 years of experience to her work and to her commitment to the profession. Kelly believes the future of the profession is bright, and she can't wait to see how this next generation pushes it forward, challenges it, and makes it even better. Will you join me in welcoming Kelly Nelson?
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me, and good evening, faculty, family, friends, and of course, the graduates. Let me first start by saying congratulations. I want to take a moment just to take a pause, if we could all just take a deep breath, and let you take in this moment. You've worked so hard, and you're sitting here today, and I hope that you can feel how proud everyone in this room is of all of you. By show of hands, can I please ask a question? How many of you knew when you were in kindergarten, when your friends were saying they wanted to be Iron Man or a Disney princess or a professional athlete, that when you grew up you wanted to be an accountant? How about when you graduated from high school? Did you have a little bit more clarity at that point in time that you knew that your academic journey would lead you to this room today? Well, how many have you in the audience in general have had life events that have come your way or obstacles that you've faced where you had doubt that you would make it to this moment here today? That you ever felt like there was something that was getting in your way and you didn't know for sure if you were going to get here? Well, that's where my hand is going up. Because when I was in high school, if ever there was an award for a person that was least likely to be voted as the person giving a keynote address for a hooding ceremony for the Masters of Accounting for the University of Washington, Tacoma, it would have been me. And it's not because I didn't have the aptitude, it's just that in my household, I didn't have the understanding of how my path would lead me to this road today. So to provide you some perspective, I want to share a little bit about my background. My mom is one of 13 children. My dad is one of 9. I have over 54 first cousins. My parents' families both worked as migrant workers in central Washington. My mom's family in particular lived on a farmer's structure outside their property where there was not indoor facilities and she had dirt floors. But she was a hard worker and she loved school. She was the only member of her 13 siblings to graduate from high school. And fast forward 20 years, my older sister was the second member to graduate from high school. My brother and I and my little sister and some of my cousins shortly followed. But for us, graduation from high school was the accomplishment and the expectation for us. So when I graduated from Thomas Jefferson High School, I worked in a retail store in Federal Way, not far from here. My mom's family had the most incredible work ethic, and I have proudly inherited that. And it was only a few months working there that I was promoted to the assistant manager. I was content with my journey, and my life seemed to be on the right path. However, everything all changed one night when I was getting ready to close the store. A man came into the store and walked up to the register. He was walking quickly, and his expression was cold. I remember feeling fear, and justifiably so. He pulled out a firearm, and he pointed it at my face. He commanded me to open the register. My body went into autopilot, because I don't know how things are now, but back then, you had to actually facilitate a fake sale to get the register to open, and somehow I managed to do so. But once the till opened, he had me lay on the ground. He pointed the gun to the back of my head, and he proceeded to empty the register. I can still, to this day, feel the tightness in my throat and in my chest, and feel the rapidness of the beating of my heart. Everything felt like it was in slow motion, except for the beat of my heart. I remember with such vivid clarity the feeling of the weight of the gun on the back of my skull. I could hear him yelling at the other associate who was closing with me. She was sobbing, and I can still hear her cries and his stern commands. I was 19 years old. I closed my eyes as tight as my chest and my heart were clenched, and I felt every movement as he shifted with the weight of the gun as he was emptying out the register. What felt to me like forever, I am sure was only minutes, if that. I held my eyes tight as I was bracing for an impact of a bullet. He knew that I knew what he looked like, and I couldn't imagine that he was going to let me live. I have talked to many people who have faced near death moments, and many have said that their life flashes before their eyes. But for me, perhaps it was because I was only 19 years old. It wasn't my life that flashed before my eyes. It was the life that I wasn't going to be allowed to live that was on my mind and what I was thinking about. So as I braced for impact, I so vividly remember thinking, I hope my parents, my siblings, my aunties and my uncles, my cousins know how much I love them. But then I could hear his voice in the distance, and I realized that the weight of the gun was moved from the back of my head, and I was safe to open my eyes. When I opened my eyes, the only thing I could see was light. It was almost like a fresh sheet of paper, empty, clear, but bright. I was given a chance to live. I didn't have to live the life that I was raised to expect for myself. I could live the life that I chose to live. This fresh sheet of paper was clear, almost like I was getting to write my own story. And I wasn't limited by the lack of expectations of my childhood teachers and counselors, and even of myself. I was given the chance to live, and I was going to take advantage of it. The very next day, I drove to Highline Community College, and I signed up for classes. By show of hands, how many of you would describe yourself as rule followers, and maybe even to a fault? Accountants, we tend to do that, don't we? Well, that's who I was before that night that drastically changed my life. But I wanted to attend the University of Washington, and while I was signing up for classes, yes, you had to do that in person back then, I grabbed an application for the University of Washington. The list of requirements was exhaustive, and because I had never thought that I would attend college, I didn't know that I had to take the ACTs or the SATs. I didn't realize that there were certain courses that you needed to prepare to help elevate your application to be admitted. I would have normally just walked away and said, I can't possibly apply. But I took the risk and I did it anyway, because what did I have to lose? If somebody was going to change my life in one day, why can't I choose to change my own life? So I filled out a compelling essay with my application, and to my surprise, I was accepted with only 1 quarter at Highline. I never got to meet anyone from the admissions committee, but I made a promise to every one of them that I would never let them down. That acceptance also provided me a lot of confidence because I was unsure how would I actually pay for school. So I just started applying for every scholarship I possibly could. One of which I received was from the Washington Society of Certified Public Accountants, the same organization that I currently serve as the chairman of the board today. As luck would have it, though, I graduated during a recession. But through my hard work, dedication, and with my 3.89 GPA, I managed to secure 5 offers. At the time, there was the big 6, not the big 4. I began my career at Deloitte in Seattle. I was hired by the audit department, but was allowed to loan over to the tax department because I wanted to be exposed to everything. I was quickly drawn to private client. As a senior associate, I was able to go out to family offices and was exposed to the relationship side of this business. I have been so fortunate to work in private client my entire professional career. The CPA profession has brought me so many opportunities. I was a partner in a boutique tax practice with some colleagues from Deloitte, and when I was 29 years old, our firm was acquired by a wealth management firm out of Silicon Valley. When my kids were little, I used my CPA license to operate my own accounting practice that I ultimately merged into a regional firm that served Seattle legacy families. And I was the first female and person of color to serve as the managing principal of that firm that had a 99-year history of operating in Seattle. As the managing partner, I led the merger to Baker Tilly in 2022, where I then served as the managing partner of the Seattle business unit. I love what I do professionally, but what truly excites me most is building teams based on each individual's strength. Being in this room today and feeling all this energy, this is what gets me excited. In my role on the board of directors of the WSCPA and as having been the managing partner of Baker Tilly, I have been extremely fortunate to be a mentor, a coach, a sponsor for emerging professionals. It is truly the highlight of my professional journey and the reason that I see this profession being so bright. So what I would like to do is share with you the top 5 things that I remind those who I get the privilege of coaching every day. Number 1, be curious. Those who tend to be the most successful are those who have a natural curiosity. I refer to them, and this sounds very Dr. Seuss-ish, is they are my what, why, who people. They are those who don't just want to know how to do something. They want to know what it is that they're doing, and they want to know why they are doing it, and they seek out people who are the experts so they can teach them how to do it. So as I look at those individuals, they're consistently soliciting feedback with the purpose of learning, and most importantly, they're eager to engage in identifying opportunities to improve processes and procedures. So my advice to all of you is take ownership of your learning and your professional growth. Number 2, be collaborative. My team gets tired of hearing me say this because I say it all the time, but the accounting profession is a we sport. It is not a me sport. And I call it a sport because it truly requires teamwork. It is not possible to know every rule or regulation, and collaborating with other professionals is essential in being a successful accountant. Additionally, every single person, even if they are in the same industry segment, has their own unique strengths. I call it your inner genius. Lean into your strengths and seek out those who complement your weaknesses. I firmly believe that the diversity of thought leads to better decisions and better run organizations. And really I mean when, you are in positions of leadership, remember to open doors, remove barriers, create opportunities, and look for talent in unusual places. Challenge yourself to be better by surrounding yourself by people who have different life experiences and perspectives. Another expression I'm known to be saying is that diversification is not only good for your investment portfolio. Now, that's supposed to be funny because in the world of finance, we know about asset allocation and the importance of diversification, right? So why isn't it good for human capital? So number 3, be patient and give yourself grace. The first few years of this profession are like drinking from a fire hose. There is so much you've learned in the classroom that you're eager to apply. But in real life, sometimes it's hard and challenging to see through it. But please be patient with yourself and know that no one expects perfection. Many of us were drawn to this profession because the fundamental framework of accounting just makes sense. But when there are multiple variables, it can be challenging to apply your knowledge. You will make mistakes, and that is okay. Promise yourself that you will learn from them and that you will help guide others doing the same. Be a good teacher. You will not regret the rewards of watching other people grow and develop. Number 4, be inquisitive and bring skepticism. The things that we do, auditing, financial reporting, tax compliance, all of those things, our profession is synonymous with trust, integrity, objectivity, professional skepticism, and transparency. We uphold ethical standards to provide security in the global financial markets. It is important that we retain that trust. This is why I work with my team to try to reframe the narrative that AI will replace us. I'm so tired of hearing that. We are at a point in time where technology is moving really fast, and although we all feel anxious over the advancement of it, I feel optimism. Because just think, not that long ago, when I took the CPA exam, and I'm not that old, you couldn't use a calculator. Because I mean, if you can't demonstrate that you can do long division by hand with decimals, then how are you ever going to establish your value? The calculator is a tool, and so is the technology that's currently being developed. It is our responsibility to use the tools and to not lose sight of the value that this profession brings. And number 5, the last one, live the life that you choose. It is your blank sheet of paper, and it is clear and it is bright. You are not limited by the expectations of others or even by yourself. Dream big, take actions, be bold, brave, and sometimes you have to apply even when you can't check every box. So modifying the rules does work. But promise me this, Always remember how accomplished you feel in this moment today, because there will be doubts in your professional life that come your way, but just feel how proud you are of yourselves and how proud every single person in this room is of you. So thank you for letting me share in your special day, because this really is all about you. And congratulations, I am profoundly proud of you.
Thank you so much, Kelly. That was wonderful. Great accomplishments you've done and encouragement for our students. Okay, I get to announce our next speaker, and I want to set this up a little bit. If we were having the Olympics of MS Accounting, this student would have taken gold. So here's just a list of awards and recognitions. This student made the Husky 100 this year. All right, let's have a round of applause right there. All right. All right, the Husky 100 is an award given across all 3 campuses, Bothell, Seattle, and Tacoma, for the top 100 Huskies, as identified. Okay. Again, he got the Husky Volunteer Service Award, a gold medallion. Husky Volunteers Outstanding Contribution to Volunteer Service Award. 2026 Gift of Service Award. And as voted on by his peers, the Accounting Student of the Year for the MS Accounting program. Okay, so without further ado, I'd like to announce your MS Accounting graduate student speaker, Mr. Jai Shri Krishna.
Not easy to come over here. So if I look at my speech, bear with me. Thank you so much, everyone. Professor Eriviers, for this wonderful introduction. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone, the people who are present over here, and the family and friends who are looking at us from a whole wide world at every corner. Utmost respect to Dean Merchant, Vice Dean, staff, family, fellow graduates, members, friends, distinguished guests, employers, and future graduates. And special mention to our professors and faculties. Listening to the introduction, it almost sounds like a story about exceptional achievements. But honestly, I don't see it that way. I'm not saying that to be humble. What I have realized over the years is that difference between ordinary and extraordinary people is often much smaller than we think. It's just one more attempt, just one more hour, just one more opportunity taken seriously. In case of Kelly, just one more life. It's simply that one more try to give 1% extra, but repeated consistently over time. And that's really what my journey has been over the time. When I received the email from Jasmine informing me that I have been elected as the Student Speaker of the Year, I started reflecting on my time here at UW Tacoma. As I was preparing for my speech, I was thinking about what I should talk about, and I started looking at my notes on the phone. And guess what I found? The first note on my phone was a sentence mentioning, "Let's see what we can do with this opportunity." It's dated April 21, 2025. At that time, I wasn't talking about career opportunity or a job opportunity. I was talking about the college. Because for me, college was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. My friends knew about this. I knew I would only get 1 year to learn, to build relations, and to challenge myself. 1 year to make a difference. And I think I achieved somewhat. I wanted to see what was possible if I gave the 1 year everything I had. I'm sweating, sorry. The second one was exactly a year back when I was attending the hooding ceremony for the class of 2025. My dear friend and senior, Jackie, was elected as a student speaker, and he was giving his speech. And I mentioned to my friend, She told me not to take the name, but Vaishnavi and Meghna, they were sitting with me, and I mentioned, next year, I will be the student speaker. I know. Looking back, I think I accomplished everything, almost everything. The one thing I didn't manage to achieve was taking the legendary ESG class. Sorry, Professor Tripathi, Professor VS, that I missed that. Now, so many of you, even from my class, wouldn't wonder, who is this guy? So, a brief background of me. Youngest of 3 brothers, and according to my family, the most notorious one. Growing up, I was far more interested in sports than academics. If there was a cricket match, if there was a volleyball game, any sports competition happening, that's where you would find me. Trust me when I say this, I was never good at academics. And still I'm not, obviously. I missed my BGS. Should have manifested that at all. But what I probably wouldn't have predicted was, one day, I would be standing on a stage at an American university delivering a graduation speech. In fact, my educational journey was anything but conventional. Just after my high school, instead of attending a traditional college or conventional college, I enrolled in 2 professional programs, chartered accountancy and company secretaryship. Over the course of those programs, I failed a combined total of 19 attempts. 19, that's huge. For a long time, I had never experienced college life. No campus, no student clubs, no graduation traditions, no college memories. While many people experiencing those moments in their late teens and early 20s of having fun, I spent my 20s studying, failing, trying again, failing again, and simultaneously trying to build a career one step at a time. Honestly, I was kind of jealous of both my brothers. But here I am, representing the class of 2026. Thank you each and everyone from bottom of my heart who voted for me and trusted me with this responsibility. And that's the power of manifestation and conviction. I came to United States with more than a decade of professional experience, but I still carried an unfinished dream, the dream of attending college and challenging myself in a completely new environment. Like many of my classmates, I arrived with goals and expectations, but I soon realized that most valuable part of this journey was not the grades, certifications, or career opportunities. It was the relationship we built, the experience we shared, and the personal growth that came from stepping outside our comfort zones. I discovered the power of community. At 33 years old, yes, that's my real age, thousands of miles away from my family and my friends, I walked into Milgard School of Business not knowing exactly what the future would hold. What I never expected and found was a community that was ready to embrace and believed in me before I fully believed in myself. The accounting profession often teaches us to measure things like revenue, expenses, assets, liabilities, variances, performance matrices. We become very comfortable with the numbers. But over the last year, I learned the sum of life's most important outcomes cannot be measured on a financial statement. You cannot measure the impact of a professor who takes extra time to mentor a student. You cannot measure the confidence that comes from classmates who support you during your difficult moments. You cannot measure the feelings of belonging when you are far from home. And you certainly cannot measure the value of commitment and community that helps you become a better version of yourself. And that's the second learning I learned, power of building relations. The third lesson that profoundly shaped my experience came from serving outside the classroom. Over the last year, in 365 days, I had the opportunity to volunteer throughout our community, supporting food security on campus and surroundings, via tax preparation services, campus programs, and student organizations. What began as a desire to give back became one of the greatest learning experiences of my life. Service taught me that leadership is not about titles. Leadership is about showing up. It is about listening. It is about helping when no one is looking at you. It is about using our skills and knowledge to improve the lives of others. As accounting and finance professionals, we often focus on accuracy, compliance, and financial performances. Those things matter, but our profession is ultimately about trust. People trust us with decisions that impact organizations, employees, donors, investors, and communities at large. But our profession is the technical knowledge we gain throughout this program will help us build successful careers. Our character will determine what kind of leaders we become. As we leave Milgard and begin the next chapter of our lives, I encourage all of us to remember that success is not defined solely by promotions, salaries, licenses, and titles. Success is also measured by the lives we touch, by the people we help, by the communities we strengthen, and by the opportunities we create for others. And that's the third lesson I learned, the power of community services. But tonight is also the celebration of the people who helped us reach this milestone. To our families, friends, partners, mentors, and supporters, thank you. You encouraged us when we were stressed. You supported us when deadlines felt impossible. You celebrated our victories and helped us navigate setbacks. This achievement belongs to you as much as it belongs to us. Throughout this program, we had the opportunity to learn from remarkable faculty who challenged us to think critically, ethically, and lead with integrity. From behalf of this class, now there will be hundreds of thank yous, so bear with me. To our professors, Derek, to Professor Gordon, to Professor Brian, to Professor Scott, to Professor Juan, to Professor Azdami, to Professor Viers. We are grateful to each one of you for investing in us. Thank you for your patience, your guidance, and your belief that we were capable of more than we sometimes believed ourselves. Now I want to take an opportunity and a moment to thank Professor Tripathi, the man who is always there to help each and everyone in any way and every way possible, to motivate, to inspire. Thank you personally for being the mentor and the guide. To the classmates, thank you for every late night study sessions, every group projects, every last minute submissions, every shared challenges, and every moment of encouragement. We came from different backgrounds, different countries, and different experiences, but we leave connected by a common journey. To our employers and to our prospective employers, for giving us the opportunity to serve and trusting us with the responsibilities. Especially my organization, Nourish PS County, I'm not sure if Sue, Dean, and Ken. Thank you so much. To our own family, who supported us from across the world, thank you for believing in us and encouraging us to pursue opportunities that once felt impossible. Now there will be no more better chance for me to take a moment to thank some of the important people in my life. So bear with me, because they are bearing me the moment I arrived on this planet. Thank you, Amma Bauji, Nana Nani. Thank you, Ma and Pa. Thank you, Mummy and Papa. Thank you to all of my Mosi Mosajis, Bua Pufajis. Thank you to my brothers and bhabis, Ram Ayushi, Govind and Diksha. Khushbu, Kiran, and Yogi. My sisters, they will kill me if I don't thank them. My friends in India, my friends here. My chacha, he used to call me Kannu Master, and finally I'm a master. Last but most important, I can't thank her enough, and I'm forever grateful to her, my biggest supporter and my cheerleader, Radhika, my wife. Her literal meaning is to show the path. Thank you for choosing this stupid to be your life partner, to all the ups and downs, to all the happy and sad moments. Sorry, I'm being emotional. Thank you for being there for me and supporting me. I miss you, and I can't wait to hug you. Now stop crying. Plus, what could be a better day than this? It's my eldest brother's birthday today, so happy birthday, Rambo. As I conclude, my dear fellow graduates, today marks the end of one chapter, but it is also the beginning of another. Years from now, we may not remember every assignment, every exam, or every presentation, but I hope we remember the relationships we built, the lessons we learned, and the responsibilities we now carry as professionals and leaders. The world needs ethical leaders. The world needs compassionate leaders. The world needs leaders who understand that we are only successful when we are realizing that humans are still the biggest resources to survive and thrive. Heartiest congratulations once again to all of my fellow graduates, the class of 2026, and the family members. Thank you for allowing me to be part of this journey with you. As we move forward, we may never stop learning, never stop growing, and never stop finding ways to serve others. Be boundless and go Huskies.
I told you he was good. Thank you, Jayashree. We appreciate that. All right, now we're moving into the moment you're all waiting for. So I will welcome up to the stage Dr. Brian and Dr. Tripathi to help me with the hooding ceremony. Students, prepare to be hooded. We now begin the official induction. Jai Shri Krishna. He got his undergrad degree at Indira Gandhi National Open University. With an undergrad degree at Mahatma Gandhi University. Next, we have Rakesh Chagini. With an undergrad degree in Jain University, we have Meghana Hugi. With an undergraduate degree in Osmania University, we have Swetha Reddy Poli. Undergrad degree at the University of Madras, we have Aishnavi Venkatesan. Undergrad degree at Osmania University, we have Sai Deepti Rani Makala. With an undergrad degree in Liaoning Finance and Trade College, we have Yixin Gao. Undergrad degree right here at UW Tacoma, Laisha Cruz Orozco. The undergrad degree at Central Washington University, we have Ingrid Y. Florian. Undergrad degree right here at UW Tacoma, Harleen Kaur Sarn. Another UW Tacoma undergrad, Jasmine Sarah. Undergrad here at UW Tacoma, Manveer Singh. Another one of our UW Tacoma undergrads, Diana Novikova. And from UW Tacoma as well, Jonathan Looney. Undergrad, University of Washington, Christina Sedneva. And undergrad from UW Tacoma, Benjamin Wu. And another UW Tacoma undergrad, Challen Brandon Price Mills. Undergrad at UW, Noah Hong. With an undergrad degree from the University of Calcutta, Kamal Thacker. Undergrad at UW Seattle, Zainab Hassan. Undergrad, UW Seattle, Laura Gill Vargas. Undergrad work at Pierce College, we have Allison Taylor. Undergrad degree from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, Vincent Cabahug. Undergrad at Cristo Giante College, Sharon Veragiani. Undergrad from University of Madras, we have Latha Muralaladas. Undergrad work at Osmania University, we have Pavan Kumar Reddy Thamala. Undergrad at Acharya Institute, we have Swaroop Bazavaraju. Undergrad at UW Tacoma, we have Sochita Lee. Undergrad here from UW Tacoma, Sarah Batanian. Undergrad at UW Tacoma, we have Desiree Jane Sahagan Faronda. Undergrad from UW Tacoma, Kelsey Garza. Undergrad at University of Gambia, we have Fatwamata Jadama. Undergrad here at UW Tacoma, Yamari K. Marie Vaughn. Undergrad here at UW Tacoma, Omar Bravo Diaz. Undergrad from UW Tacoma, Asiana Pon. Another one of our own, UW Tacoma graduate, Anastasia Melanie Tokar. Undergrad here at UW Tacoma, Chandeep Singh. Undergrad here from UW Tacoma, Jasmine Kaur. Undergrad from University of Portland, Rachel Kariuki.
Thank you.
Undergrad from Osmania University, we have Madhuri Makala. Undergrad from Acharya Nagarjuna University, we have Sai Kirun. Undergrad from Osmania University, Kirti Chitirala. Undergrad from Indira Gandhi National University, Mohan Adityavir Kantamneni. Undergrad at Far Eastern University, Renee John Rabino Jarina. Undergrad degree at University of Delhi, Sukhpreet Kaur Gill. undergrad from Osmania University, Aishwarya Thodunuri. All right, let's have another hand for our 2026 graduates. Okay, we have one more thing to fulfill, and this is the Beta Gamma Sigma induction ceremony. So now I'll welcome up to the stage Jasmine Mago and Juan Wu to help assist with this.
Welcome, members and guests of the UW Tacoma chapter of Beta Gamma Sigma. Beta Gamma Sigma is an international honor society for business students at AACSB accredited schools who have excelled academically. Membership is offered by invitation only to students who have distinguished themselves academically in the field of business. Only a small percentage of our business students are recognized with this honor each year. Please come to the stage when your name is called. You will receive a certificate, cord, and a pin. Also, I request you to please stay on stage till the end of the ceremony. Laura Gill Vargas. Renee John Rubino Harina. Meghna Hugi. Sukhpreet Kaur Gill. Vaishnavi Venkatsan. Yamari K. Marie Vaughn. Jonathan Looney. And Yishin Gao. The mission of Beta Gamma Sigma is to encourage and honor academic achievement and personal excellence in the field of business. In addition to recognizing what you already achieved, this membership brings with it responsibility for the future. As Beta Gamma Sigma members, you will be asked to strive for excellence in your career and your life. You will also be asked to support the advancement of business and commit yourself to lifelong learning. The name Beta Gamma Sigma comes from the initial 3 Greek words that define the principles of the society. Beta is the first letter of the Greek word bibeos, which means honor. Gamma is the first letter of the word gnosis, which means wisdom. And sigma is the first letter of the word sapude, which means sincerity. I'm going to describe the principles of honor, wisdom, and sincerity, and then ask our new members to make a commitment to them. The first principle is honor. Honor signifies personal integrity and high ethical standards, which are qualities of every true leader. In business, you will be faced by conflicting goals and enormous pressures. At times, it may be difficult to distinguish right from wrong, but honorable people must do what is right even in the face of adversity. Honor encourages service, responsibility, and altruism. Members of Beta Gamma Sigma seek to act honorably at times so they can serve examples for others. The second principle is wisdom. Wisdom is more than knowledge. It represents open-mindedness, judgment, and experience. In your careers, you'll be confronted with a flood of information. Wisdom will help you pay attention to the right things, interpret them correctly, and take appropriate action. Wisdom means constantly seeking new knowledge and being prepared to adapt to change. Wise people are aware of their talents and achievements, but also acknowledge their own limitations. They are quick to recognize they rely upon others and are grateful for the support of their family, friends, and mentors. The third principle is sincerity. Without sincerity, honor and wisdom are nothing but good intentions. Sincerity represents hard work and courage, as well as enthusiasm and perseverance. It allows you to see problems as opportunities and turn weaknesses into strengths. Sincerity generates progress and inspires others to overcome the obstacles they face. The greatest achievements of our society result from a blending of honor, wisdom, and sincerity. Each of you have been given many talents, and therefore much is expected of you. As you graduate and embark on a new phase in your life, allow these guiding principles of Beta Gamma Sigma to inspire you. Each of you can make a real difference to your community and your nation. Do you accept these principles of wisdom, honor, and sincerity as your own? If so, please answer, I do. In recognition of your accomplishments and your acceptance of these principles, each of you have been presented with a Beta Gamma Sigma certificate, pin, and honor cord to be worn at graduation. Wear them proudly as symbols of the principles of wisdom, honor, and sincerity. Please join me in congratulating the newest members of UW Tacoma's chapter of Beta Gamma Sigma. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the Milgard School of Business, thank you for the privilege of being included in your educational journey. You are now a part of the Milgard family. We encourage you to stay connected by attending a TGIF, becoming a mentor, engaging with the Accounting Hub, or in one of our many alumni events. We look forward to hear from you on where your journey takes you next. Graduates, please stand. It is my honor to present to you the Master of Science in Accounting graduates for 2026. We ask the audience stay seated while the graduates and faculty process out of the auditorium.